Welcome to Motivation at Hand, Ma. To know is to know how. Make your foot the foot that counts. Jim Jordan and the GOP, a tale of power and might. With threats and promises, they thought they'd take flight. But their schemes and tactics, now they've come home to roost. MAGA's history, their legacies of lunacy, gave the GOP the wrong boost. They rallied behind Jordan, their champion so bold. But their actions and decisions, in the end, grew old. Their promises of greatness, they failed to deliver, leaving the nation wondering if they'd ever truly consider their threats to democracy, a dangerous game of bidders. In the name of party, principles began to fade. Bang the gavel, the law now gave. But the consequences of their choices, they can't escape. As the nation watches closely, their fate they can't reshape. So, Jim Jordan and the GOP, the story's not yet done. The consequences of your actions, still under the sun. As history judges harshly, what you've sown and reaped. May we all learn from this, mindfulness to keep. Ah, Congressman Jim Jordan, the unsung hero of Capitol Hill, whose legislative prowess shines as bright as a broken flashlight in a cave. Let's take a moment to appreciate his remarkable achievements in Congress, shall we? Jim Jordan, the self-proclaimed defender of conservative values and the Second Amendment, has certainly left his mark on Congress. Representative for Ohio's 4th Congressional District since 2007. With a legislative track record that could be generously described as lackluster, it's clear that Jordan's time in office has been anything but remarkable. What in the world? The Political Theater of 2023, starring the ever-ambitious Jim Jordan and a supporting cast of Republican hopefuls. Let's dive into this timeless comedy with all the names and dates intact, shall we? It will be remembered as the time Jim Jordan, Ohio's resident dreamer, took yet another shot at becoming Speaker of the House. Yes, for the third time. It's like watching a contestant on a reality show who just can't take a hint. But Jordan wasn't alone in this circus. His fellow Republican colleagues decided to join the fray. It's as if they thought, why not throw our hats into the ring and make this spectacle even more entertaining? The more, the merrier, right? Former Speaker Kevin McCarthy, who had been shown the exit door just weeks earlier, had a moment of irony when he nominated Jordan for Speaker. It's like nominating the iceberg for the Ship of the Year award after the Titanic incident. But don't worry, McCarthy then endorsed Tom Emmer as the right person for the job. Because consistency is overrated in politics. While all this was happening, the House is left leaderless for weeks. Both sides of the aisle were in a panic, wondering who would step up to address crucial matters, or, keeping the government funded. But hey, who needs a leader when you can have a political circus instead? Not one of the new Republican candidates seemed to have a clear path to the Speaker's gavel. It's like watching a group of tourists trying to navigate a labyrinth blindfolded. Chaos reigns supreme. But here's the twist in the plot. On November 17, 2023, America's budget needs to be addressed. It's like having a ticking time bomb in the plot, and without a Speaker of the House, it's all a precarious balancing act. In the grand finale, Jordan and Steve Scalise, the dynamic duo of failed Speaker bids, both crashed and burned. It's like a never-ending comedy where the punchline never lands. Even McCarthy's historic removal couldn't have prepared the GOP for this level of chaos. McCarthy, in a moment of introspection, lamented the damage done to his party and the country, the irony. As some rebels tried to compromise for the sake of the party. It was as if they'd momentarily forgotten they were in the cutthroat world of politics. In this realm, compromise is about as common as a unicorn sighting. In the end, they gathered for a secret ballot, because transparency is so last season. Jordan faced defeat, and Matt Gaetz blamed the swamp for his downfall. It's always convenient to blame an imaginary boogeyman when your plans crumble. So, there you have it, the unforgettable spectacle of Jim Jordan's Speaker bid in 2023. A tale of chaos, contradictions, clandestine meetings, and a ticking budget time bomb. If politics were a sitcom, this would be its most absurd episode to date, and America's budget deadline looms like a cliffhanger ending. Jim Jordan's work ethics. After 16 years as a congressman. According to Congress Online Legislative Tracker, Jordan has graced us with a grand total of 30 bills during his time in office. Yes, you heard that right, just 30. Take, for instance, his attempt to restrict Washington, D.C.'s municipal government from issuing same-sex marriage licenses. Or his valiant effort to restore Second Amendment rights to the city, because who needs gun control in the Capitol, right? And let's not forget his federal law proposal that life begins at conception, a statement that could make even the most rigid anti-choice activists raise an eyebrow. A shining example of his dedication to preserving outdated views. But the real pièce de resistance in Jordan's career is his legal tiff with Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis over Trump's election shenanigans. Jordan demanded answers and oversight, to which Willis had a scathing response. In her letter, she suggested that Jordan is ignorant and accused him of abusing his authority. She even quoted Jordan's own words from a Fox News appearance where he said, "We're trying to get all the answers, but we're trying to stop this stuff as well." It's like a courtroom showdown, but with legal letters instead of witnesses. In the grand theater of American politics, Jim Jordan's performance is one for the books. A man who introduces forgettable bills, fails spectacularly in his quest for the speaker's chair, and engages in legal battles that could rival any courtroom drama. If politics doesn't work out for him, maybe he could consider a career in entertainment. After all, his time in Congress has been nothing short of a tragicomedy. Jim Jordan and the GOP, in pursuit of their dreams, ignited a fire, it's not as it seems. Their threats and their posturing, now total chaos reigns. As the nation grapples with the scars and the stains. In the halls of power, they played a reckless game. With consequences dire, they brought forth the flame. Now in the midst of turmoil, they struggle to find a way to spin the chaos they have sown throughout the day. Much appreciation to you for giving of your time with us at Motivation at Hand. To know is to know how. We trust you will come back soon.